Are you ready? Hey, this is Jesse's first video, so he's a little nervous / awkward. We're gonna do the tattoo tag video, whatever you want to call it. This is by far, the one I did before was my most watched video that I have by like a lot. So I thought I'd make a new one now that I have some more tattoos. Hi, baby. What are you doing? Man. Did you have a good sleep? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go. Okay, let's try this again. This has turned into a family tattoo video. Lola, can you show your tattoos? Okay, first things first, I'm the realist. Instead of going in chronological order, I'm going to go from like bottom to top just because it's easier. And my first tattoo that I ever got is actually, I'll start with this one. I have a peace sign, a tiny peace sign on my ankle that I got when I was like 14 maybe, and was probably the most painful thing ever. There's no real reason behind it. I just wanted to be cool and get a tattoo.
The anchor
Can you get your
on my left leg, on the back of my shin, so my calf. Can we edit that out? My other leg, I have a spud wrench, which is the main tool of my trade.
Who did that one?
Murray.
Okay, my next one will be on the very bottom of my foot. When I was getting another tattoo that is now covered when I was living in Australia, we were talking about the most painful place to get a tattoo, and the tattoo artist was like, well, no one gets a tattoo on the bottom of their foot, so I was like, okay, do it. It was a peace sign, a heart, and a smiley face, but now it's kind of rubbed off and messed up. So probably never gonna get it touched up, but that's that one.
I have an X&O on the top of my, my right knee? My left knee.
Yeah.
My right knee that Savannah did. She also did a slice of pizza on my left thigh. She's not a tattoo artist.
They're pretty good though. We'll do these ones together.
The X and the L.
No, I have an X now on one on each foot too that I did around the same time. And then Jesse has his pizza. I also did the heart. I have like a really tiny heart on the side of one of my legs, like on the side of my knee that I did myself too. And those are all my tattoos on my legs and feet. That's all my tattoos on my legs. I can't anticipating myself getting any more on my legs, at least, maybe on my feet, but I don't really like leg tattoos, so that's that for me.
All of my knuckles tattooed.
Except your thumbs.
Except my thumbs, okay, all of my fingers tattooed. That started because the same day that we tattooed the back of my leg, I also ended up with what was supposed to be a diamond on my knuckle. So the only way to draw attention from that, away from that, draw attention from, away from, same thing, was to add more tattoos to my knuckles. So stay true and live free is what's written across my knuckles. A lot of which I like to live by. Until you have a baby, then you're not really free anymore.
I always laugh so hard when people who are like, have kids share like pictures or quotes and it's like, young, wild, and free. Like, no, you're not.
And then on my right hand, I have a heart with a banner and some cherry blossoms. The banner says Lola for Lola!
I also have, actually I had mine first. I have the same, what is my name? My Lola tattoo, except it doesn't have cherry blossoms, and all of my tattoos are in black and gray. And that's probably my favorite tattoo. Is that your favorite tattoo of yours?
Not a chance.
Really?
It definitely is.
But like, not just for meaning. For like...
favorite quality. I don't know, most of mine are all by the same artist, so his quality is always the same.
Yeah.
But no, there's some I like more than others. My hot air balloon, there's no real meaning to it. I like the look of it and the traditional coloring.
We're just like, do something with this face, kind of.
Oh, and it was a cover-up.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Are you going to tell them what it was covering up?
That doesn't need to be...
The worst tattoos
that doesn't need to
ever.
be published.
Jesse had wrist tattoos, and we're not going to say what they are, but if you know us, you might know. You might not, but they were pretty bad.
And then also right above it is an EST 89, obviously because I was born in 89. One of those childhood tattoos that you don't recommend. My
next one will be my J for jalapenos because I love them. No, it's for Jesse.
I wasn't listening to you there for a second, and then
you clearly
had jalapenos, yeah.
No, it is for Jesse because I'm a dumbass. When he was having his onesie party, he had a onesie party instead of a diaper party because we had all our diapers. I went and got it and like surprised him and he said I was an idiot. On
each of my triceps I have 3 nautical stars with also Celtic knots ran through them. I didn't know this when I did them all at separate times. There's a green one, a red one, and a blue one. Coincidentally, over getting them 2-3 years, it took me to get all 3 of them. And it wasn't until my 3rd one, my artist that did them, he pointed out that I tattooed mine, my brother's, and my sister's birthstones on it.
Aww!
And
go get your ball!
I had no idea about it, but it turned out to be a pretty cool coincidence.
I have on this same arm my dad's signature that I got. That was like my 3rd tattoo, I think. Is Winston bugging you? Tell him not nice. I stole my dad's... Peppa! I stole my dad's credit card and got our artist to scan it. And I was so scared to tell him because I was only like 16 and he was like, no more tattoos until you move out. So I didn't tell him, and then I remember I was with him and my mom and we were at the bank and he couldn't find his credit card anywhere and was like freaking out. And I was just sitting in the back of the car like completely silent. Mom knew, she was just sitting there awkwardly because she knew that I wanted to tell him.
Also on my right arm, on the inside of my bicep, I have what to most people would just look like the animal from the front of the Fireball whiskey label, but it's actually a memorial tattoo for a friend of mine that passed away earlier this year. Fireball was his favorite drink. We always called him the Creature whenever he was drinking Fireball, so I got a picture of the Creature tattooed on me. Also on that side of my shoulder, I have a cross with a banner. I don't know why I got a cross. I'm the least bit religious. And
I was like one of those I want to.
It was my first tattoo, actually.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And the banner says my full name, Jesse Williams. That wasn't the original plan. It was just supposed to be my last name. But first tattoo, nervous, didn't want to offend the tattoo artist, and just said, yeah, sure, go ahead.
I feel like a lot of people have that problem. Like when you're first getting tattoos or you don't really know the artist and you're kind of nervous and you don't really want to say anything to offend them or, I don't know, just be awkward. But I think you should really, like, that's going to be on your body for the rest of your life. If there's something that you don't like about it, like, say something. They're not going to care unless they're an asshole. But like, I don't know, it's worth feeling awkward for a few minutes to have something that you're really going to like forever. My next one will be my peony, which is like, I love all my tattoos, but I really love this one. This is like my second. These 3 are like my favorite. And my batteries. I love them.
Yeah.
This was my first.
I got that one for an occasion, didn't I?
My birthday, I think.
Maybe.
This was, I got for my birthday in 2000 and like 3 years ago, 13 maybe. And it was my first big tattoo, like big noticeable tattoo. So I was pretty nervous about it, but I absolutely love it.
So my right forearm, I also have a skull with German Army emblem on it. And this one says throttle, and it goes along with my left arm, which is a wing nut. It's basically a steel nut with a set of wings, and a friend of mine came up with the idea. He said, "You're the only person I know crazy enough to get a wing nut tattooed to them." So it turned out pretty cool. The artist, I traveled for this one, just heard he was a very good artist, and drove a few hours to go see him. Was very happy with it, and the left arm, I forgot to mention, says clutch, because I always grew up riding four-wheelers, ATVs, motorcycles, so throttle and clutch for that. More into the left arm, I don't really know what you call it. It's a rose with a liquor and an old traditional liquor bottle laid on top of it. Just lately, in the last few years, I've liked the old school traditional style tattoos, so I just kind of see something I like or I have an idea and I tell my artist what it is and he draws something up. That's where the fisherman and rose came in. That was also part of the cover up for my left wrist. Funny coincidence, it was, did I get that one before Dad passed away or after? After. So our tattoo artist never met my dad before, ever, and then after I got the tattoo, went to go visit a friend of mine after, and he said, "You tattooed a picture of your dad on yourself?" This was just right after he passed away, and I said no, but then I looked at it and it actually looks a hell of a lot like him. It's funny, Lola points at it sometimes, and as if she knows who it is.
She knows, the psychic, they know all about the psychic.
Yeah, whatever.
He's here.
And that arm just got a bunch of little fillers, a swallow with the cherry blossom,
Diamond.
The diamond. I also have a Gemini symbol there.
Not done by the same artist.
Not done by the same artist. I switched artists. Savannah introduced me to the artist we see now, and it was
Scott Forrest, Oceanic Eye Tattooing, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. I'll leave him link down below.
He's very good. It's funny, when I switched, it took me a little while to switch because it's almost like cheating on a girlfriend, I find, when you're committing.
That's what it was like with me when I was away.
Yeah, like when you're committing to a new tattoo artist, like, you made friends with your artist, you pay him, you don't mind giving him money, he becomes like you're paying a friend for a service. So you get very comfortable with the person, like you have to be able to sit down with them for anywhere from an hour to 8 hours straight while they're abusing you, basically. So much like a relationship.
My next one of these three is my butterfly. There's, again, no reason behind this. I just love it. And Scott did this one too.
Looks a lot like a moth.
Yeah, it kind of does. I don't think you, obviously you don't either, feel like there needs to be a huge meaning behind a tattoo. Like, it's art. If you like it and you want it on your body, then don't overthink it.
Just like seeing a picture in somebody's house, they don't have to have a reason to buy it. They just like the look of it and like to see it all the time.
Yeah, a little more committed than that, but pretty much the same.
Same idea. Same thing, just different. I have an octopus, Sailor Jerry themed. I didn't mention the shark lady, did I? No. So yeah, the Sailor Jerry themed octopus, when Scott did it, we just decided to put a little funny twist. Octopus are supposed to have 8 tentacles, this one has 7, just to see if anybody'd ever noticed, and nobody's ever noticed. In Scott's shop, a fella, Mike Lewis, he was apprenticing at the time. After I finished, I think, 6 hours with Scott, Mike was walking around the picture and trying to find somebody to tattoo it on. And I said, sure, me. It was $40. He gave me a very good sized tattoo. I was pleased with it. he wants to fix it up now. Now that he's a much better artist.
You were the first person he tattooed.
I was the first person he tattooed, yes.
Besides the other apprentice.
The other shop apprentice. Yeah. The memorial tattoo for my dad, he had the exact same tattoo. It was his only tattoo in the same spot. I went back to my old artist for this because he knew my dad. So he remade it, added a little more color to it. My brother and my sister also got it. My brother in a different location because he'd already had one in that spot, and my sister in a different location because it would look kind of butchy on it.
Butchy?
In the spot, and right down that left of the bicep.
Nothing against being butch. We support LGBTQ, etc. Next one is this. It's an Alice in Wonderland quote. It says, "We're all mad here." And I really like it. I think I got this one in Australia as well. And I like it because you can't really, like at first glance, you can't really read what it says. You have to kind of get a little closer.
The first one almost looks like wine.
You look like a dick. There's that.
Severed liar's hand, Savannah drew that. I also had Mike do it because he's a big fan of black line work, so when he saw it, he jumped all over it. Oh, I have 3 stars on the side of my neck. Also happened the same time as my calf. The diamond. It was all a run of a night. I do remember getting this one. My name, Jesse, the guy that owned the tattoo gun, Jesse, and his cousin, Jesse. We always used to call each other Jesse Triangle.
Jesse Triangle.
Yeah, well, like when it was just me and Jesse Gates, it was
Jesse Squared.
Yeah, it was just Jesse Squared, and then he introduced me to his cousin Jesse, so it became Triangle. So yeah, each of us got that tattoo. It was the same thing, just hand drawn. One of them got it on his hand, and I don't remember. I think those 2 got it on my hand, and I got it on my neck because I'm the smart one. Back piece. So yeah, my back piece. That's it.
What about your back piece?
Oh, I just said it's a big ship. It's a lighthouse. It's a work in progress, definitely. I started it 2 years ago, and shout out to anybody with a tramp stamp because it hurts like hell right there. That's the biggest reason I haven't gone back. As soon as the needle touched my skin around the waves, my whole body just blistered in sweat. It was
disgusting. I've never seen him in such a
white,
state.
Pale, like, it was the first time I almost got up out of a tattoo chair and said, "To hell with this, I'm gone."
It was scary, actually.
Yeah.
Then when he went back to get it, he had the flu.
No, I didn't have the flu. I got a flu shot the day before.
So he's feeling kind of crappy. And so he went in and Scott started drawing on his back, and he was just like going to pass out, so sick.
No, he was only shaving it. Like, he was just
Really?
Yeah, he was just wiping it down and doing the shave. And
so Jesse calls me and was like, "Hey, I can't get tattooed today. We had a whole day booked." So I went in and got my Winston tattoo, which covered an arrow that I had that was like kind of just small and a waste of space.
I was thinking I was wondering if you covered that up before. I hadn't mentioned it yet.
So I got my Winston tattoo that I'm in love with, and everyone thinks I'm silly for getting it, but I love my dog. And
it's gonna be a memorial tattoo if he keeps pooping in my house.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Then I have Wildflower here that I got in Bali when I was living in Australia. I guess this is like my Alice in Wonderland arm because I have the We're All Mad Here and Wildflower. My last tattoo is my back piece. That is amazing. I get so many compliments on it. It's my favorite part of my body. I got mine done in like 2 months, 3 months, really quickly. Like
something like that. It was a total of 20 hours, maybe.
No, it wasn't that much. Like 12 hours, maybe. But I got it like as soon as one part was healed, I went in and got the next, and then the next. I think it was 3, maybe 4.
3 sittings.
3 sittings. And that is all of our tattoos for now.
Oh, no, then there's one more on my left shin. I have a very big scar from when I got lit on fire when I was a kid, or 17 or something. And Jesse, again, I walked into his apartment one day and he was tattooing himself because he was actually working on becoming an artist. And I picked up the gun I was drinking and decided to try to tattoo the scar, like the outline of it, so I could watch it shrink over the years. And that didn't last very long. So now there's just like a little black squiggle outside of the scar.
So bad.
That's the last one.
Oh, no, it's not. We're gonna sit here for like another hour. I have on the side of my foot, it says "to the moon and back" because me and my mom always say.
That one. You're already looking at your foot.
We always say "I love you to the moon and back," and I was really missing her when I was in Australia. So I got that one. And that's all of them, I think. Oh, no, it's not. We're gonna stay here forever. I have "Let It Be" on the inside of my arm.
Yeah, it's a very poor tattoo for her to have. She can never just let something be.
Well, that was the point of it. And I like the Beatles. That's all of them. Is that all of them?
Oh, you want to do once over?
I feel like we have to strip down and like slowly turn around, getting a spray tan. I think that's all of them for now. That's it! Yay! Yay, Jesse, for being in a video. Still here. Thumbs up this video if you want to see this face more, and
or
give
this
us
foot more because it keeps going up there.
and give us some ideas of husband and wife videos. That sounds weird to say.
Yeah, don't give us any ideas for that.
Bye.